Hello and welcome to another segment of Unplugged TV India. I'm Abhishek Tiwari back again with some major news updates on the assembly elections which were held in 3 states on Monday. Goa achieved a highest number of votings on Monday in the single phase constituency as 78.94% voting was recorded till 6 pm. Uttarakhand recorded 62.05% of voting while Uttar Pradesh recorded 61.8% voting in the second phase of assembly election. The voting for single phase Goa election and second phase of Uttar Pradesh election began at 7 am on Monday, whereas the voting for Uttarakhand election began at 8 am. Apart from minor tension and scuffle in groups in Goa and Uttarakhand, the process was completed in a systematic and peaceful manner. Speaking about Uttar Pradesh elections, Uttar Pradesh recorded 61.8% voting in the second phase of the assembly election. Over 2 crore voters on February 14 decided the electoral fate of 586 candidates in the fray in the second phase of the elections to 55 assembly seats in a politically crucial Uttar Pradesh. Of the estimated 2.02 crore eligible voters, there are 1.08 male voters, 94 female voters, and 1,269 third gender voters. The voting began at 7 am and ended at 6 pm across 55 assembly constituencies of Amroha, Budaun, Bareilly, Bijnor, Moradabad, Rampur, Saharanpur, Sambhal, and Shahjahanpur in the western part of the politically crucial state. Meanwhile, highlighting how safe Uttar Pradesh has become for all, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while addressing a rally in Kanpur, said Muslim girls feel safe under the BJP's rule in Uttar Pradesh. A large number of Muslim girls are going to school and colleges in the state now. The double-engine government gave free houses, whereas the earlier government were totally indifferent even after the center was sending money. But they were not ready to make the houses for the poor. Moving on to Uttarakhand, the voting in Uttarakhand was held in a peaceful manner, except for minor scuffle between supporters of political parties in Haridwar and Nainital district. The fate of 632 candidates for Uttarakhand Assembly was sealed by 82.67 lakh voters. Till 6 pm, the state recorded 62.05% voting. A 100-year-old man on Monday casted his vote at Kapkot Assembly constituency in Uttarakhand. Narayan Singh Kapkoti was brought to the booth by volunteers and was later felicitated with a shawl by SDM Kapkot. Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party candidate SS Kalar accused Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami and his wife for violating the model code of conduct by visiting poll-bound booths wearing scarves with the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party's symbol and moving in a cavalcade of over a dozen vehicles from one booth to another. Voting were held in Almora, Uttarkashi, Udham Singh Nagar, Chamoli, Champawat, Tehri, Dehradun, Nainital, Pittorgarh, Pauri, Bagheshwar, Rudraprayag and Haridwar. Speaking about Goa Assembly polls, Goa achieved 78.94% voting till 6 pm. The highest number of voter turnout was recorded in Sankulim constituency at 89.64%. North Goa registered a maximum turnout of 79% than South Goa at 78%. In today's polling, 14 EVMs and 8 ballots were replaced, informed Goa Chief Electoral Officer. For the first time, transgender voters cast their votes in Goa. One of the transgender voters talked about her experience for fighting for over 22 years for transgenders' voting rights. She encouraged transgender voters to come together to vote in the next upcoming elections. Let's hear it out, what she has to say.
Hi, my name is Zareen. आई एम फ्रॉम मडगांव। ये मेरा पहली बार वोटिंग है। मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई जो मुझे ये मौका मिला है जो अपना अधिकार चुनने के लिए और अपना वोट देने के लिए। मैं बहुत हैप्पी हूँ। 20 सालों के बाद ये पहला मेरा मतदान है। ओके, मतदान करना भी ज़रूरी है और सबके लिए अच्छा है। हमारी नई आगे आने वाली सरकार के लिए।
Reports were that one of the candidates were distributing money in Rumdamol Housing Board, whereas in Binolim, sitting MLA Churchill Elmeo supporter tried to corner AAP candidate Pensi Vegas. During morning hours, Aam Aadmi Party's Goa Chief Ministerial candidate Amit Palekar casted his vote in Goa Assembly and said that this is the moment to bring a change. He was accompanied by his mother. Palekar further added that people are voting enthusiastically to defeat corruption. We will witness a sea change. Let's wait for March 10th for results. Meanwhile, the rules were same for everyone as a poll officer asked Goa Chief Electoral Officer to lower his mask for his facial recognition before letting him cast his vote. Now, if you like our content, then please hit like, share and subscribe to our channel. Till then, keep watching for more such news updates.